Hey everybody, it's Crystals here. I want to thank everybody again. My these videos I've been posting have been doing great, and I just can't explain it. Like I said, thank you so much. It means like the world to me. Like I said, I'm happy everybody's enjoying. Today we're going to bring everybody this is actually a fun deck to play. It's not overly competitive. I wouldn't advise bringing this to like plat 1, on the ladder and expect to win every game. But if you want to have fun and just enjoy in a more casual setting, if you're on gold and stuff like that, hey, this is a lot of fun. So we are bringing Invoked Nordic Beast today. And I don't know why I thought about mixing these two, but it surprisingly is doing pretty well. So we'll go by card as always, and I hope everybody enjoys. So, as always, I'm bringing the frame gear package. As I said before, if you go second, this is a great card to have if you do draw it, because the fact the opponent does play any monster effects while you control nothing. Like I said, if they're going first, you could just summon this and negate it. And when you special summon that to negate its effect, you also summon out Driver. So you want to wait until like if your opponent's going off, you want to do it at a choke point type of deal, so like he can't extend anymore. Really good card. I do advise getting it. It is only can use 2 of it, not for everybody's sake, but I do actually enjoy it a lot. Now for the Nordic cards, we are running 2 Valkyries, Valkyrie of the Nordic Ascendancy. This card's pretty cool. When this card is normal summoned, if your opponent controls a monster and you control no monsters, you can banish 2 Nordic monsters from your hand. And it's a special summon 2 tokens that are level 4. And this is, of course, makes rank 8 mean a synchro 8 right away. Really good card. I only run 2 of them. I don't feel like running 3 is necessary. But like I said, 2 are really good. By the way, the new Nordic support that's coming out is not in Master Duel yet. So when it does get into Master Duel, I will be adding those cards. Just FYI. Other than that, I got 2 Mimirs of the Nordic Ascents. Basically, if this card's in the graveyard at the start of the battle, start of the standby phase, you could discard a spell from your hand to actually special summon this. So it's just a recurring body. You could cut this down to 1 if you really wanted to, and that'd be just fine. Just an FYI. We're running 1 Myra of the Nordic Affair. When this card is used as synchro material, the other 2 synchro materials must be Nordic monsters in your hand. This is pretty cool because you could summon this, synchro it off, and have this card in your hand. 1 card, if you have like 2 level 4s in your hand, which is really easily to do, you could easily get into, your Thors or your Lokis or even an Odin. Really cool. We got 1 Transgear. I'm not even sure fucking pronounce that. Anyway, I got 1 of these. When this card destroyed by battle, sent to the graveyard, special summon 2 Nordic Beast tokens level 3. Doesn't really come up that much. We're using it as another Nordic body for some other effects. Then we got the other beast. Yet again, not going to try to bounce his name. When a monster you control is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, you can special summon this card from your hand. Once per turn, when this defense position card on the field is changed from the face-up attack position, you can special summon 1 Nordic Beast monster from your deck in defense position. So basically, if this gets killed off, you can special summon this and, get out this from your deck. Doesn't really come up that often using it for more of a name, but it's all good. I got 3 Ash Blossom and Joyous Blings. Yet again, stop searching effects if you discard it, and also special summons if they want to special summon from the deck. Like I said, use it at choke points when you know your opponent can't actually do anymore. It's really nice. We got 1 Good Fox. Your opponent monsters. If your opponent controls a synchro monster, and you control no monsters, you can special summon this card. This does not come up that often, by the way, in Master Duel so far. Not many people are running synchros. A lot of people are running like XCs and fusions are going around quite a bit because the Invoked package is very popular. But yeah, like I said, not many people are running synchros, but it is a good card. One of, like I said. Not even going to try to pronounce it. When this card normally summoned, you could target 1 face-up monster you control, except this card, especially summon 1 Nordic monster from your hand with a level less than or equal to. It sets up kind of this synchro plays. It's a 1 of, just, you know what I mean? It's that bad. Then we got 3 Vanities. This card is really good. So basically, you could substitute this card for any one Nordic tuner. If this card is used as a synchro material, all other synchro materials must be Nordic. Once per turn, you can send one Nordic monster from your deck to the graveyard. This level becomes that level. So you can send any of the Nordic cards from level 2 to level 3 here, and that will become it. It's really good if you just need quick access to a different level to get into your synchro plays. We got 3 Alistair the Invokes. We already know what this card does. It gives you, when you normal summon it, you get an invocation to your deck, to your hand. Invocation lets you go into your big boss monsters. Then we got 2 Alvis. Basically, this card's pretty cool. When it's linked, meaning when it's banished from a link monster, which is this guy right here, you could actually, at that point, you could send this card to the grave. When this card is banished by the effect of the Nordic Link monster, you could send to the graveyard 1 Nordic monster you control and 2 Nordic monsters from your deck, whose total levels equal 10. Then special summon 1 Arzir extra deck monster from your extra deck to the graveyard. It's a really easy way to get out your Thors and your Odins and stuff. Really good card. I do advise running 3. And that's all for the monster package. That's about it. Like I said, the new support for the Nordics is not out. The guy with like the hammer isn't in the game yet. He's still an OCG exclusive, not out for the TCG yet. I don't run any of these guys. They're not really that good. I don't advise it. If you really wanted to, you probably could, but that's not for me. And I also don't run this guy here. You probably could just for another body if you wanted to cut down on like one of the the Mamirs, replace it with something, just any of the random ones. If you want to go up 3 Valkyries, you really could. But anyway, for the spell package, 1 Monster Reborn. Since this is a synchro heavy deck, you want to get monsters on the field as quickly as possible. Monster Reborn helps that. Foolish Barrier sends a couple monsters that you need to the graveyard. Terraforming, there's only a couple targets for this, but we will get to them in a moment. Then we got 2 Invocations. We already know the reason why we run 2. One of them is too little. If it gets banished, you're screwed. 3 of them clogs up the deck. 2's is a sweet spot. We got 2 Mound of the Bound Creators. We could run 3 if we really wanted to. And I'll probably end up doing that. Bound Creator states level 10 higher monsters field cannot be targeted or destroyed by card effects, so it makes them a tower. If a level 10 or high monster is destroys monster by battle since the graveyard, the player who controls that monster takes 1,000 damage. Really good card, and that gives all of our Thors, our Lokis, and Odin the straight protection, which is really good, meaning they can only be destroyed by battle at that point, and they got very high attack. And then for our other field spell, we got Magical Meltdowns, you know the drill. Then we got some back row hate, Cosmic Cyclone. I don't have Twin Twister. I don't think I do. Or do I? Yeah, I don't. Twin Twister, super rare. So if you have Twin Twister, run that instead. But if you don't, Cosmic Cyclone, just good. Yeah, I back row hate. I got 1 the Feathers of Finir. Don't really recommend running this. It's really slow and it's not really that great. It comes up every now and then, but you can probably just cut it and add something else that you really want. Like I said, it's not really that great. Then lastly, it's just more solemn warnings here. This card is good because it's a simple fact, if your opponent wants to actually use a spell or trap or monster effect, you can just negate that. That's just as simple as that. So really good. I probably, if you have it, run Solemn Strikes instead. Just a FYI. Solemn Strikes would be better, but it is an ultra rare. If you're trying to stay cheap, Solemn Warnings are just fine. Anyway, that's the deck, and we have a game to show off, and I hope everybody enjoys. Sorry about that. This is a quick little edit there. I'm an idiot. I forgot to go over the extra deck. I'm an idiot. So we got 1 Invoked Gallia. Doesn't really come up that often, but each player can only attack 1 monster to each battle phase and only attempt to activate 1 monster effect per turn. Doesn't really come up that often, but it is nice. 1 Ragen. You already know why this card's good. It quick effect Book of Moon. 1 Parkatio. It OTK enabler. 1 Agracias. Yet again, if you special summon a monster, or your opponent special summons a monster, you could quick effect target a monster on the field and destroy it. Really good. We got 2 Mechaba. You already know why this card's good. It can negate anything from a spell, a monster, or a trap. If you have those type of cards in your hand, really good. We are running 1 TG Hyper Librarian. TG Hyper Librarian is actually really good in this deck. You do synchro summon quite a bit, and anytime you synchro summon, you draw a card. I'll be right back. Alright, sorry about that. So, like I said, TG Hyper Librarian does come up quite a bit. Synchro, you draw a card. Simple as that. We got 1 Miststorm. We do go on level 9s quite a bit because of the simple fact of what is the name? Vanders can change your level, so level 9 does come up. Basically, single summon, you can target 3 cards your opponent controls if you turn those cards in the hand. It's a straight bounce effect. Does actually come up quite a bit. It's a really good card. Then we got our kind of fun boss monsters. We got 2 Thors. Thor states once per turn you can negate the effects of all face-up monsters your opponent controls until the end of this turn. Once per turn during the end phase, this face-up card you control is destroyed by your opponent's card and sent to the graveyard. This turn, you can banish 1 Nordic Beast Tuner from your graveyard, special summon this card. It's really good. Has a nice little floating effect that does come up every now and then. Then we got 1 Loki. The ratios of these can be changed. You can run like 2 Lokis and 1 Thor if you want, stuff like that. But Loki states once per turn, when your opponent activates a spell or trap card, during your battle phase, quick fake, you can negate the activation and if you destroy it. Once per turn during the end phase, this face-up card you control is destroyed by opponent's card and sent to the graveyard. You could banish 1 Nordic Affair Tuner from your graveyard, special summon this card. It doesn't really come up that often, but it does. So the reason why I run 1 is it only activates in the battle phase. Not that good, but it might come up. Then we got 1 Odin. Once per turn, you can make this card unaffected by spell trap cards until the end of this turn. Once per turn, during end phase, if this face-up card you control is destroyed by opponent's card into the graveyard, you can banish 1 Nordic Ascent Tuner from your graveyard and special summon this card. Yeah, like I said, they all have nice little floating effects that do come up, and they're all pretty decent. Then for the links, we're running 1 of the Nordic Ascendant Link monster. Basically, when this card is linked, you can banish up to 3 cards from your hand and or field, and if you do special summon that many Nordic monsters from your deck. This sets up all of your plays, by the way. If you can get this out and resolve this effect, it's really good. Yeah, like I said, really worth running. I would actually advise cutting out like maybe only 1 run of each and like run 2 of her. They're really good. Then we got 1 Nightmare Cerberus. Doesn't really come up that often, but you know, if you do need quick removal, this is the way to do it. And if you need quick back row removal, if you don't have your Cosmic, this is a good one. So yeah, I hope everybody enjoys the games. Alright, so during the start here, I kind of don't have a great hand. I do activate Magic My Lockdown, hoping he doesn't have a negate. I get Alistair the Invoked, and I normal summon Alistair the Invoked to get an invocation from my decks in the hand. I do activate invocation and setting 1 card. At this point, I do go into the Mokaba. As we already know, I end up banishing the Alistair and getting rid of my driver since this is a brick. And I did set my feathers to add 1 Nordic. At this point, I'm going to activate invocations and add to the deck and get Alistair back to my hand, and I'm going to pass my turn. Don't know what my opponent's playing yet, but it could be interesting. At this point, he draws for turn. He activates a Regeki. I had to negate this. It kind of sucks, but it is what it is. So Regeki does get banished, and at this point, he plays Lightsworn. Interesting. A fun fact about me, Lightsworn is one of my very first competitive decks I ever played way back in like 2011. I played a Chaos Sworn deck way back in the day, using like 3 Chaos Sorcerers and stuff like that. Like, what was it, Black Luster Soldier, and was still banned at that point. But yeah, anyway, love Lightsworns, so just an FYI. At this point, he does activate the effect, and starts getting off some multiple stuff. And I allow that summon to go through, no point negating it. I do draw a Cosmic Cyclone. I activate my feathers to grab a Nordic. I do grab a Scent. Realize that's kind of a mistake, but it's alright. At this point, I did misplay. I should have went to a link and banished my hands to get, Odin or something out, but that might not have been good. At this point, I do destroy some monsters and start getting through. And in my turn, I do not set my Cosmic Cyclone. I want to spell Negate in my hand just in case. Oh, by the way, the monster I sent off with her effect was Mirror. During my next standby phase, he will come back. So he plays an Eluna, discards, activating. At this point, I do banish this, thinking it's going to end his turn because he did actually, you know, but he, I thought he didn't have any more plays, so I did banish the summoner. At that point, he banished 3 lights to get Chaos Dragon Lavenier. If you only light monster, you can special summon 1 monster from your graveyard in defensive position. That's what he's going to do. Really sucks. He does get out the summoner. Summoner's going to discard to actually special summon yet another monster. Then he gets all them way to get Blacklisted Soldier, Chaos Envoy. Blacklisted Soldier of Chaos, my bad. Anyway, Soldier of the Chaos has a pretty cool effect if it destroys a monster by battle. You can activate one of these effects. I'm like, crap, that sucks. He attacks my Mokumo, so it was a misplay on him. He knew I had the Alice in my hand. I don't think he knew what it did. Yeah, I activated Alice effect, discarding it, and giving me 1,000 more attack. But at this point, I really don't know what I'm going to do. So, I discard my Cosmic Cyclone to get back Mirror. At this point, I use her effect, which was a misplay. I realized that afterwards, but it's fine. I used the effect to go into my Hyper Librarian and get the Link monster. At this point, I use her effect, and I do get rid of 3 cards. I get rid of herself, Magical Meltdown, and Hyper Librarian to special summon 3 cards from my deck. The 3 I choose was Vandus, Ivius, and Mire. At this point, I will synchro them off for a Thor. At this point, I do go into battle and do a lot of damage. So, this was pretty good. At this point, I don't know what he could draw to out this, and we'll find out. At this point, he does banish a Light in the Dark for Blacklisted Soldier. Blacklisted Soldier is going to banish my Thor. Crap. So, that sucks. For turn, I do draw an Invocation. I do use Invocation to get rid of my Mokuba, and to activate my Invoked Agnes. At this point, he was special summoned. I could pop a card on the field, and I can attack for game. So, I hope everybody enjoyed that video, and if you enjoyed that game, please leave a like, and yeah, I'll catch you next time.